Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom filled with fairy tales, there was a vast and mysterious forest. This forest was known as the Dark Whispers Forest, and deep within its shadows lived a three-headed monster. The creature was so terrifying that it would destroy villages, steal children's toys, and become the nightmare of everyone. The villagers were left clueless about what to do. They locked themselves in their homes, waiting for the monster to pass by. One day, a knight in shining armor arrived in the kingdom. His name was Valdir. He carried a large silver shield and a gleaming sword. But most importantly, there was no fear in his eyes. He'd come to bring back the smiles to the faces of the people. The king gave Valdir a feast in his palace and said to him, "Can you defeat that dreadful three-headed monster, brave knight? I wish to see my people happy again." Valdir smiled confidently and replied, "That monster's days are numbered, my king. I will venture into the depths of the forest and free the people from this darkness." The next morning, at the break of dawn, Valdir donned his massive armor, gripped his sword, and set off towards the dark forest. The forest was filled with towering trees, and the shadows were so deep that Valdir sometimes seemed to lose his way. Yet the brave knight never thought of turning back. He marched fearlessly through the dark forest. Suddenly, loud footsteps echoed. Valdir found himself face to face with the three-headed monster. Each of the monster's heads roared, breathing out thick smoke. But Valdir, with unwavering courage, drew his sword and marched toward the creature. "Your days of spreading fear are over, three-headed beast," he shouted. The battle began. Valdir targeted one of the heads and swung his sword. One of the monster's heads fell to the ground. Then, with a swift movement, he severed the second head. The third head spewed fire toward Valdir, but the fearless knight shielded himself. With one final strike, Valdir drove his sword into the monster's heart. The beast let out a thunderous roar and collapsed to the ground. From the depths of the forest, a light shone bright. The monster had fallen, and the forest was illuminated. Valdir returned to the kingdom victorious. The streets were filled with cheering people. Children laughed and played once more, and the villagers regained their joy. The king invited Valdir to the palace and bestowed a great honor upon him. "You are now the greatest hero in our kingdom," the king declared, "and you shall lead my armies." From that day forward, Valdir became a beloved figure for both the old and the young. In every village, tales of his adventures were told, and children dreamed of being as brave as Valdir. The terror of the three-headed monster was now just a tale told around the fire. Valdir's heroism filled the kingdom with hope once more. Everyone spoke of his courage and kindness. The king organized a grand festival in his honor, and children across the land began to aspire to be brave like Valdir. And so, Valdir's name was remembered forever as a hero. The whispers in the forest now carried only joy.